Hi, I'm going to be doing a comparison of a few dolls today. Now, this little doll, I know she does come in more expensive, but we did a real bargain at a shop called B&M over here, and we actually found them at £6 each. We actually bought 3 of them, one for me, one for my daughter, and one for my granddaughter at £6. I couldn't possibly not. My granddaughter has had one before, and I think we paid, I think it was about £15–16. It wasn't too much, but at £6 you couldn't resist. But what I'd like to do is do a little bit of a comparison with the Pullips and the Pullip family, because they are a very similar looking doll. Clearly they're a lot more robust. They are more suited for younger children as well. It does say 3+ on here. My granddaughter's 4, and I must admit her other one she's had, it's been thrown about, it's been all sorts, and it has not broken. It has been great, but it meant she could have a doll similar to us, so she was really happy with that. So that worked out nicely. I'm going to be doing the unboxing of this first. I have been warned it is hard to get into, so I'm just going to pop these guys. This is my daughter's Pullip and my Yulumi there. So I'm going to pop my glasses on for this so I can actually see what I'm doing without cutting myself. Got my scissors here ready because, as I say, I have been warned it is not the easiest of parcels to open. So I'm going in with scissors rather than trying to untie things. Not quite sure how we pronounce it, was it? Shibajuku girls. Clearly they are looking for the same sort of image as a Pullip, but they are, as I say, designed for younger children. Oh, a bit of sellotape there. I'm hoping I'm getting this because I don't normally do an unboxing with me on it as well. But because these dolls are that little bit bigger, I haven't really got much of a choice. Right, well, we've got that far. But as you can see on the back, there's plenty of sellotape. So I'm going to cut. Let's just cut and cut. Try not to cut her hair. Again, try not to cut her at all. £6 or not, we still treat them with respect. That is what my granddaughter gets told as well. She gets into trouble if she starts knocking them about, because you do need to learn to look after your items. Right, we have escaped that part. Her body is out. Her hair is out. So if you do get one of these, make sure you've got a pair of scissors. The only thing I would say also, though, is I found it a little bit worrying. A while ago, I was on eBay and I saw one of these dolls. And oh, well, the same doll as our Lily's got. But then I noticed somebody was trying to sell it as a proper BJD. They were putting it at BJD prices, Pullip prices. But to be honest, to the sort of new eye to it all, you wouldn't have known any difference. And her hair's got a bit tangled here. Hey, that actually wasn't too painful, was it? But she has still got some little bits around her wrist and everything which do need trimming off. Let's put her skirt down a little bit. So, and we've also, we've got a hair clip here. So yeah, beware, because if you were new to doll collecting, you'd have seen it was a new doll and it said rare, BJD, all this sort of thing. And you would fall for it. I mean, I would have a couple of years ago. But because we'd already got this, I knew instantly that it was not what they were saying. So please be careful out there. This is a doll I would not pay, perhaps, you know, if you get an old one, maybe £20 top end. Again, and if you're lucky, or if you're in the UK here, keep an eye out for B&M, because they do a lot of reduced price toys. They're what they used to be, the old Woolworths, if anybody can remember that. Oh, I've just pulled these little bit of sticky glitter off. Right, so basically she has 3 little hair clips which are really for the child. I know Lily has worn hers. They do go on the doll, but they're very big. So we've got a little pink glittery moon with little bats flying, a little silver and glittery bat, and we have a guitar, because she's clearly some sort of rock chick, because she's got that skeleton and all the little bats on her legs. So she's certainly going for that sort of look. So I actually got her out of there quite quick, so I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll put the box over there and have a little look at her. She has this little hat. It is attached to her head at the back. I do need to undo that. The hair's not bad. You can see we've lost a few bits, but again, oh, and I also missed a skull hair clip. I would think it could do with a bit of a trim. You know, it's sort of a little bit wispy there. But again, if it's going to be for a child, it doesn't really matter, because being nylon hair like it is, it will start to go a little bit funny anyway. So with Lily's, we've basically plaited it, and I've made her a hat, and she wears a hat because it's a different one to this one, the other one she's got. But like I said, we got 3 of these for £6 each. You can't go far wrong at that, can you? Looks like I've got a pussycat joining me. I'd rather you didn't. I know. Well, if you come up, you have to be quick. Come on then. She don't want to jump up because the dolls are on that side. Can you? Oh, here we go. She's now making a complete mess of everything. This is Poppy, everybody. This is our old girl. She is 18 now, nearly 19. So I'm going to move her, so she's going to make a noise again. So bye. Go on. You don't need to be up here. I'm going to put my glasses back on again then. But again, as I say, she has a very similar look to the Pullips, and we thought, that's really quite interesting. She's got gorgeous eyes, little outfit. Again, they're only cheaper made, but they're not bad. You know, the seams are good. She could do with some underwear. Oh, she's got one of those where, I don't understand this. They do underwear and they leave it skin coloured, but they make it look like the doll's got underwear on. Why not just paint it or just leave it nude so you can put underwear on? But she's got nice little shoes, which are tied on quite well at the moment. Her little stockings here. And generally, I think she's a very pretty doll. And I know people are starting to collect her. I'm going to give up. Poppy, what you doing? Causing a riot, aren't you? I'll tell you what, I'm going to try something, see if she'll go in it. Go on in there. Go sit in there. There you go. Oh, look what you've done to my tablecloth. You sit there and watch for 2 minutes. She's getting very needy as she's getting older. I mean, she's always been sort of a real loving cat, but she's sort of starting to demand attention, bless her. So we'll leave her sat there. She seems to be happy now she's found a little hole to sit in. So going back to this, not bad value. I would definitely get another one if I saw them. I think they're very attractive dolls, and again, a lot cheaper than some of the others. So let's have a little look. This is my daughter's Pullip. I've only got a Yulumi, which is this one little girl. I've got a Bile, and I've forgotten her name, and the other one that you get out of the 3. But Pullip's a little bit taller, so I've borrowed my daughter's to sort of get some height idea here. There's not a huge amount of difference. In fact, I'd say they're about the same height. Now, obviously, you can see the quality here in the Pullip. It's a different sort of doll, and obviously her eyes move as well, so you're closing her eyes. This doesn't have that, but I still think she has equally pretty eyes. The body structure is quite similar. Now, so we've got the knee bends here. We have knee bends here. In fact, if anything, I actually think her knee bends are a little bit more solid than our Pullip here. But they're not bad. They're not bad. I think her legs are a little bit chunkier than Pullip's. Pullip's got quite skinny legs. I mean, they've both got quite slim legs. Now, arms. Let's pop your legs down. Let's push your sleeve up. We have the same approximate range of movement. Apart from our Pullip has a little twist here. So she can twist her arm this direction. This one can't. But again, there's a massive price difference here, so you can't expect anything else. Hands, almost identical. Both a little fragile. One thing I don't like about the Pullips, I do find the hands very, very fragile. And one of mine did break off, and I'm ashamed to admit I actually glued it back on, but I'm not going to be planning on selling her or anything. She's my girl, so I've just had to repair her best I could because she is an old doll. So we have similar arm movements. We don't really have any other movement with the Pullip. She has a solid body. Again, we have a solid body. Thicker waist. But again, if a smaller child's using it, I think that's better because you've got some weight there. You need a doll with a bit of weight. Also, the other thing, boop, we have a wig on our Pullip because these girls do have wigs. Whereas obviously on the cheaper one, it is fixed in hair. I can't get a wig back on now. I'll be in bother because, like I say, it's not mine, it's my daughter's. There we go. It's one we bought her for her birthday, so I made a little outfit for her because she wanted her more gothy. So yeah, so you can change the wigs, so you can customise a little bit more. But saying that, these are rooted in. You've got the option of either taking the hair off completely and using a wig, which you could do. I wouldn't want to reroute it because it'd take you forever, because it's actually really, really close, which is nice to see, because you do get a lot of dolls and they're very bald underneath, whereas she's actually got a reasonable amount of hair, which is nice. So, because sometimes all you can do with some of them is have a ponytail, because otherwise they've got bald patches. What am I doing? You've created a riot now, Poppy. You'll all be watching Poppy having a wash if you can see it. I'm not sure whether you can. So, all in all, £6. Okay, we got this one second hand. I paid about £65 for her. But, you know, if you're a Pullip collector, you know you're paying a lot more than that. We're in our hundreds. So, that's not a bad price difference, is it, really? Great for kids to get started, but also great for adults. I think she's beautiful. I think she's really, really pretty. And again, I wouldn't think twice if I do see her. Oh, she's doing the splits now. If I saw another one, because I do think they've got beautiful facial structure. In fact, if anything, I think she looks more cheery than the Pullip. But again, as you know, we've got different face-ups for our Pullips, so that is different. So I'm going to pop Pullip to one side. I've got to give her back to my daughter today, because I keep saying I'm going to do the video. She keeps saying, have you finished yet? And here is my little Yulumi. Now, Yulumi is from the Pullip family, but she has stiff arms and legs, so there's no movement at all on that. So we don't have a huge amount. There's a little bit of a twist there with the waist. Her eyes do not move. We have a side to side. I'm saying don't move, I mean open and close. We do have the side to side action, which again, this one doesn't have. But again, price comparison wise, I mean, she's a lot bigger actually, because obviously Pullip's the tallest of the family, as far as the girls are concerned. So she is a lot taller. But again, to the untrained eye, you wouldn't know that all these three dolls were probably not from the same sort of range. They all have that sort of look. These two look a little bit more worn, but again, they were second hand anyway when we bought them. Well, she's brand spanking new out of the box, so she's all shiny and pretty there. So all in all, I would recommend you get these, especially if you've got younger children who are interested in collecting dolls or who are after your dolls, which I do get with my granddaughter. So I would definitely buy her one of these. Only 4, but she has treated her other one really, really well. You'll know your own child, they're all different. Some it works for, some it doesn't. But for us, this is a definite purchase. So I keep an eye out at B&M to see if one of the others, because there's a few in the range. I know there's a couple of you out there that have got them that agree that they are lovely little dolls. So Charlotte can get her Pullip back tonight. My Yulumi is going back on the shelf. She looks like she's gone a little bit yellow actually. She's out of the sunlight, but they do yellow a little bit. You do have to be careful. So I'll pop her down there and we'll come back here. Let me just tidy her up for a last little review. Let's make you look neat, missus. Is that better? Yeah. So I do have to take other parts of her clips, and like I say, we've got bits of hair everywhere, so I do need to trim her hair off. But her name is, would have been a good idea to say, we have Yoko. Is it Yoko? That's how it's pronounced. Yes, it is Yoko. But I do know there are others, but they weren't when we went to the shop. Otherwise, I would have probably bought more. But I would definitely advise you purchase her. She's got a little hole in here as well, so she can have a ponytail that comes out of her hat, which is really quite adorable. But all in all, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the pussycat, even though she's caused a riot. She's gone to sleep now. She sat curled up. That's all I needed to do. I'll remember that next time, and then she can sit next to me. Please like, share, subscribe, etc. Any suggestions, any ideas, any more information regarding the dolls, that's always good. And hope to see you all soon. Bye.